Welcome back, everyone. Michael here with Offshore Citizen. Today we are in Taipei, Taiwan, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this place from the standpoint of taxes, which is a little bit under the radar. People don't tend to know about what opportunities are available. They're not available to everybody, but for those who can take advantage of them, it's quite interesting. And so I figured I would dive in and tell you a little bit about it. Before we do, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Thank you for being here and checking out our channel. We really appreciate it. And if you'd like help with relocating abroad, getting residencies, citizenships, optimizing your global tax, paying the lowest legal amount of tax possible, we are some of the foremost international tax and relocation specialists. And so we'd be happy to help you. You can book a call with me, calendly.com/Michael-Rosmer, link in the description below, or send a message through offshorecitizen.net. So on the surface, Taiwan is not a low tax place. There's about 20% corporate tax, obviously graduated, maybe not obviously, but there's graduated tax rates on the personal side, but it could be 40%. There are CFC rules, there are management control rules. And so you might say, Michael, what is so great about this place? Why would we want to be in this situation? And the truth is, it's not for everybody. And, there is no one size fits all. So this is why I always say, you need to kind of pay attention to your individual circumstances and what it is that you like. However, for those who are interested in coming and spending a period of a few years in Taiwan, it can actually be quite attractive. And in particular, there is a regime for foreigners who relocate here, which is similar to the Beckham law in Spain. And that's kind of cool. So for those who aren't familiar, I've talked in some other videos about the Beckham law. This essentially allows you to have a 6-year period where there's a favorable tax rate on earned income, and you can have no tax on your foreign income. So that's quite excellent and makes Spain an attractive place when normally Spain is a terrible place for tax. And Taiwan is sort of similar. How does it work? So if you have one of two different permits, there's a golden employment permit and a special permit for work. So these are both kind of working-based permits, which means that from a residency standpoint, you have to kind of orchestrate that one way or another, which, by the way, I think is important to note. A lot of times people look and they say, oh, I don't qualify for that. Whereas the approach that I typically find is more effective is to look at it from the standpoint of, well, hey, this is a great thing. I'd love to be able to take advantage of that. What would need to be true in order to qualify that? Let's reverse engineer into it. So in that sense, you can set yourself up that you likely, if you wanted to, could take advantage of this system. And so assuming that this is the case, you spend over 183 days a year in Taiwan, you're under an appropriate visa, then you can be in a situation where over 3 million Taiwanese dollars, okay? So Taiwanese dollars, it's about, I believe, around 3.4 cents, I think it is, per US dollar, something like that. Basically, 140 US dollars is about 4,500 Taiwanese dollars. So that kind of tells you a little bit of an exchange. Anyway, you can look it up. So if you are in a situation where over 3 million Taiwanese dollars per year in income, that income will be taxed at half the normal rate. So that's cool. And then on foreign income, you're not taxed at all. So if you have foreign dividend income, you have foreign capital gains income, again, it's like very similar to what you've got for the Beckham law in Spain, and that can be very attractive. Now, this is only like similar to the Beckham law, only for 5 years. So you have a 5-year period where you can get that from your tax standpoint. And so not necessarily ideal for everybody who wants to be somewhere forever or isn't going to accumulate enough wealth to kind of make it worthwhile to stay afterwards. But as a place that someone might consider, and saying, okay, cool, I can see myself living here. I can have some sort of an online business or foreign investments or whatever. Those are going to make me a bunch of money. I'll have maybe a salary here locally. Okay, I'll pay a certain amount of tax. That's fine. I'm willing to pay and contribute to the local system, but it's not too high. I'm able to benefit from some sort of foreign structure that is allowing me to work this. This becomes pretty decent for you. And so it's something that most people are not talking about. I don't hear anyone running around telling people, oh, wow, look, this is something that you can take advantage of as an alternative to other places in Asia. But realistically, you have a system that works really well. You have infrastructure that's really good. You're in a situation where you can certainly have a pretty decent quality of life. And so it's worth considering. I did a video previously on Taiwan, talking about some of the pros and cons of it, things that I really like, things that are maybe trade-offs for you. So you can check out that video, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next video.